Expository texts. The main purpose of an expository text is to instruct the reader, explain how to do something or how something works, inform or give information on a topic. This type of text basically provides information, and the writer does not assume the reader has prior knowledge. Consequently, clarity and organization are essential. An expository paragraph includes a topic sentence or main idea sentence, which shows what the paragraph is about. Supporting sentences which provide details, facts, reasons, examples, and explanations. And a conclusion, where the main idea of the paragraph is restated or paraphrased. Let's have an example. For the last 3 decades, there has been a significant increase in the number of overweight and obese children and youngsters in developing countries. Studies have revealed that particularly these 2 sectors of population are being affected by their unhealthy eating habits and sedentary lifestyles. Gone is the time when an adult prepared nutritious and balanced meals and snacks for family members. Nowadays, lack of time due to both mother and father's tight schedules and mass media advertising have made people believe it is healthy to have a bowl of cereal for breakfast instead of eating a portion of meat and vegetables or simply scrambled eggs. Having for lunch and dinner processed foods such as pizza, fried chicken or burgers, everything swallowed with sparkling soda, has become normal in several households. The result may not surprise the experts, as a diet rich in fat, salt, and sugar combined with lack of exercise lead to more youngsters and children suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure, fat liver, diseases which could have been prevented if they had learned to have a healthy diet and exercise regularly. The background information has been highlighted in yellow. Here the writer introduces readers to a topic they may not know or have little information about. Now the topic sentence is bold-faced. It clearly states what the paragraph is about. In other words, the topic sentence summarizes the idea of the whole paragraph. The supporting sentences show why many children and youngsters have unhealthy diets. Supporting sentences have been highlighted in blue. Finally, the idea from the topic sentence in the introduction has been paraphrased in the conclusion. It is highlighted in green. If you notice, the paragraph poses the problem of unhealthy eating habits, what the causes and effects are, and a possible solution. The structure of longer expository texts includes an introductory paragraph or introduction in which the author provides background information readers may need to understand the text, and an overall main idea sentence which states what the text is about. The body of the text may have at least 2 or more paragraphs which will provide support to the overall main idea sentence of the text. Each paragraph has a topic sentence which is general enough to summarize the supporting sentences in the paragraph. The supporting sentences can be explanations, examples, descriptions, definitions, facts, or a list of points. The conclusion may include the idea of the topic sentence paraphrased, or another supporting sentence which may link the paragraph to the next one. Finally, in the concluding paragraph, the overall main idea sentence from the introduction is paraphrased. It may include a final remark, suggestions for further research, and possible outcomes, among others. Now take a moment to read sugar, salt, and fat. Please read the first and the last sentence in every paragraph to get the general idea of the text. Sugar, salt, and fat. Introductory paragraph or introduction. There is a modern tendency to do everything as fast as possible since time is a precious, non-renewable resource. Unfortunately, it has shortened the duration of meals, as well as food preparation times, resulting in an increase of processed foods consumption, which contains an excess of sugar, salt, and fat. These three ingredients are added to all kinds of processed and prepared foods, from bread, cakes, sweets, biscuits, to meat, in order to enhance flavor. As most processed foods contain large amounts of sugar, salt, and fat, consumers' health is compromised. In paragraph 1, the author gives background information to introduce the topic. It has been highlighted in yellow. The overall main sentence of the text is bold-faced. As most processed foods contain large amounts of sugar, salt, and fat, consumers' health is compromised. Body paragraph 2. Sugar provides energy to cells. It may come from natural sources such as fruits, vegetables, grains, and dairy, which are whole foods containing minerals, carbohydrates, fiber, antioxidants, calcium, and proteins. Or it may be added sugar in processed foods. According to several studies, the higher intake of added sugar, the higher the risk of heart disease. WHO 2014. Dr. Hu and his colleagues studied a group of people for 15 years. Their findings showed that those who obtained from 17% to 21% of calories from added sugar increased the risk of dying from cardiovascular disease to 38%. They also found that an excess of sugar in the body for long periods leads to an increase of blood pressure and chronic inflammation, which result in heart disease. Since sugar is metabolized in the liver the same way as alcohol, it is turned into fat. Consequently, the added sugar consumer gains weight, gets a fatty liver, and over time may become a diabetic, which is another factor leading to stroke or heart attack. In this paragraph, a brief description of how sugar is used in the body and the types of sugar introduce the topic. The introduction has been highlighted in yellow. The topic sentence of the paragraph is a bold-faced quotation. According to several studies, the higher intake of added sugar, the higher the risk of heart disease. From an expert, Dr. Hu. The supporting sentences provide statistics and explanations of our research which prove the topic that added sugars increase the risk of heart disease. These supporting sentences have been highlighted in blue. Body paragraph 3. Sodium chloride, best known as salt, plays an important role in vital functions such as conducting nerve impulses, contracting and relaxing muscles, and maintaining the balance of minerals and water. However, the body only needs a little amount of salt, and most of it can be obtained from vegetables, fruits, and meat, poultry, or fish. Once again, the excess in salt consumption on a daily basis can endanger a person's health. Most processed foods contain large amounts of salt, since it provides not only flavor, but it is also used as a stabilizer, binder, and preservative. The excess of salt in the body leads to high pressure or hypertension, a serious condition overlooked easily by the sufferer because it may go undetected, but if untreated, it may be fatal. According to the World Health Organization, 11 million people die every year due to coronary artery, cerebrovascular, peripheral vascular, and renal disease resulting from hypertension. The third paragraph introduces salt by stating its importance in some body functions. Then, information about non-processed foods which contain the necessary nutrients and amounts of salt is provided. After that comes the topic sentence. Once again, the excess in salt consumption on a daily basis can endanger a person's health. It is bold-faced. The supporting sentences include the effects of excess salt in the body and how it can endanger a person's health. Body paragraph 4. The body needs a little fat to provide fatty acids which it cannot produce. Fat also helps the body absorb vitamins such as A, D, and E, which are fat-soluble. Cells use fat for growth as well as the body to produce energy. Yet all excess fat that the body and cells don't use is turned into body fat, and the same happens with unused carbohydrates and proteins. There are different types of fat, the healthy and the harmful. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats belong to the first group. These healthy fats take damaging cholesterol accumulated in the arteries or other body parts to the liver to be disposed of. The second group includes saturated and trans fats. These harmful fats can raise the cholesterol levels in the blood and eventually cause heart disease and stroke, which may be fatal. Paragraph 4 introduces the relevance of fat in the body, since it aids the absorption of vitamins and provides fatty acids the body does not produce. However, it emphasizes that the body only needs a little fat and what happens to the excess of fat in the body. The paragraph adds more information about healthy and unhealthy fats and how the last ones accumulate in organs and arteries. All these sentences are the supporting sentences. And finally, at the end of the paragraph comes the topic sentence. These harmful fats can raise the cholesterol levels in the blood and eventually cause heart disease and stroke, which may be fatal. Conclusion, paragraph 5. The key to keeping healthy is moderation in the use of salt and fat, whereas in the case of added sugar, avoidance is desirable. Following a healthy diet, exercising on a daily basis, and getting a medical checkup once a year may prevent non-communicable diseases such as stroke, heart disease, fatty liver, calcium losses, hypertension, or diabetes, which can shorten a person's lifespan. And at last but not least, the conclusion. In this case, it includes a possible solution to the dangers of excess salt, sugar, and fat consumption to avoid damaging body organs and fatal consequences. This last part includes a similar idea to the overall main idea sentence in introduction and a final remark. Expository texts may include essays, reports, encyclopedia articles, and term papers, among others. Now it's time to identify some of the main features of expository texts. Background description is provided in order to fill in the readers with information they might need to understand the text. Relevant examples are included to support theoretical points, including references. Explanations are provided along with evidence, statistics, facts to evaluate information. Analysis must be displayed throughout the text where the topic is divided into parts. Objectivity is essential. The information is presented in an unbiased form. Thank you. Now it's time to do the activities.